Thank you, Mark. It's been an honor to serve as the 2017 chair of the Greater Houston Partnership, and I'm proud to pass the gavel on to you. By way of introduction, Mark is the president of the Friedkin Group, and he's been active in Houston civic leadership for many years. Mark joined the Greater Houston Partnerships Board in 2011. He served on the Executive Committee, the Public Policy Steering Committee, and the Opportunity Houston Campaign Cabinet, among several other positions. But most recently, Mark demonstrated his commitment to Houston by serving as chair of the Partnership's Municipal Finance Reform Task Force. It was a 3-year effort and a major success. Mark, thank you for all that you've done, and thank you for taking on this next most important role. So we've seen a bunch about 2017, and I would just acknowledge it was a roller coaster year for the Greater Houston region. However, through those ups and downs, the partnership continued to focus on our overarching goal, making the Houston region the best place to live, to work, and to build a business. In 2017, we set out to accomplish 3 priorities. First of all, maximizing the image opportunities afforded to us by the Super Bowl. Second, successfully navigating the legislative session. And finally, updating the partnership's long-term strategy for economic development. Let's start with the Super Bowl. Going into it, we knew the Super Bowl was a great image opportunity. There was collaboration and teamwork across a variety of different organizations. The city looked fantastic, and the game was one of the best that we've ever seen. From an economic development standpoint, the Super Bowl generated thousands of jobs, millions of dollars in revenue, and earned the region roughly $2 billion in free advertising and media coverage. But importantly, people had a very positive experience. Visitors saw firsthand that Houston is an incredibly special place and deserving of the title Great Global City. Next, we successfully navigated through a tough 2017 legislative session and the follow-up special session. Again, through strong collaboration and a desire to make Houston even better, several pro-growth initiatives were passed into law. The most important of which was the City of Houston's pension reform. Led by the mayor, we all worked together to address the city's unfunded pension liability and to greatly improve Houston's financial stability over the near term and the longer term horizons. Staying focused on the longer term horizon, the partnership has completed its strategic plan, handed it off to the board, and we have set that as our roadmap for the next few years. 2017 was also marked by unexpected challenges and new opportunities. Starting with Hurricane Harvey, it was a terrible tragedy. Many people are still displaced and recovering. But the region's response was and continues to be an inspiration to us all. It showed America the backbone of the Houston region and the real meaning of Houston Strong. The partnership's response has focused on working with stakeholders to prioritize key flood control projects and to get the appropriate resilient funds to the Houston region. That work continues today. And then shortly after Hurricane Harvey, Amazon called, and we had to put together over a very quick time frame what was a compelling proposal for their new headquarters. Unfortunately, we got the word yesterday that we did not make the short list. We can argue about their decision criteria, but it is clear we need to do more to advance our innovation and technology sectors. This year's startup of Houston Exponential was a great first step in this direction, and this will be a key focus area for our go-forward strategy. While it didn't work out with Amazon this time, we now have a competitive blueprint that highlights Houston's strengths, our diversity, our spirit, our low cost of living, and the access that we have to global markets. It's a proposal that we all worked on together, and going forward, I remain confident we can leverage that proposal to attract even more companies to the Houston region. So 2017 typifies what we do here in Houston. When the chips are down or the opportunities arise, Houston does find a way to work together. We saw the video, we saw that same spirit in November as the Astros won the World Series in a thrilling Game 7. They got the job done, they lifted everyone's spirit, and once again, Houston shined on the national stage. So as we close 2017, I'm really proud of what we've accomplished together. But none of these achievements happen on their own. It took hard work, strong partnership, and a group of people who wanted to make a real difference. So first, let me thank and recognize Texas Governor Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Patrick, Speaker Strauss, and all of our local, state, and federally elected officials for their continued support for the greater Houston region. Next. Next, Mayor Turner and Judge Emmett. It's been a pleasure to work with the both of you. Your leadership was inspiring through Hurricane Harvey. Your support and partnership around Houston's economic development efforts, whether it's the Amazon bid or pension reform, infrastructure funding, all demonstrate a strong and optimistic vision for the greater Houston region. A big thank you also goes out to the membership. A big thank you also goes out to you all, the membership and the board of the Greater Houston Partnership, for your active participation throughout the year. You prove the value and the capacity of the partnership by bringing the right people to the table at the right time. I'd also like to recognize an important subset of the board, the former chairs. Bob and I received great support from these individuals. Their advice and perspective is always welcomed, and it was a big help as we navigated the past year. And finally, let me extend my thanks and recognition to Bob Harvey and the partnership staff for all that's been accomplished in 2017. Your tireless efforts and energy continue to make a difference for the greater Houston region. So as I look forward to the next few years, I continue to be excited about the Houston region's vast potential. Call it Houston pride, or in Chevron we call it the doer spirit, but as I said going into this role, Houstonians have a unique ability to roll up our sleeves, work together, and to get the job done. I'm proud to call myself a Houstonian and to be an ambassador for a region that continues to drive itself forward with the other great global cities of the world. 2017 was a tremendous year. It was my pleasure to serve you all as your chair. Mark, on behalf of the Partnership Board, thank you again for taking over the chairmanship in 2018. You can count on my continued support, and the podium is yours.